Glad to having a dream. I think he's winning. I'm gonna try and do this with a straight face. I just shot this. Apparently I had the mute button on the whole time. I didn't know. I just shot a 20-minute video with the mute button. Brilliant. Told you it was blonde. Is he even here? Yeah. The dog is hilarious. God, I'm gonna recap this shit for the third time today. This is technically the 10th time shooting this video. I've re-edited this video one time every day for the last week, which is the exact thing I did want to do. And I stated as much in the last video that I posted, because I have to recap. You lose, details get, kind of fuzzy and whatnot. But I'm going to do my best. I do apologize. I'm old, I smoke, and I'm blonde. Or to quote my favorite character in Mystery Alaska, pardon me, Your Honor, but I'm fat. Anyway, God, all over again. So, I left the hotel in, I think it's Oregon City, Milwaukee, and on McLaughlin. I can never pronounce that street correctly. Anyway, rode the 6 or 7 miles to Oregon City proper. Fine, whatever. And I'd gotten a second lock by sheer fluke. So, like I said before, the tunnel's a fucking death trap. I mean, they didn't even bother putting a white line in the damn thing. And apparently trucks have to, like the big 18-wheelers, they have to actually take the center of the tunnel to go through. This is a 2-lane, busy highway. And my glasses are reflecting really badly here. Fuck that. Okay. Yeesh. Anyway. Yeah, anyway, so this is the mystery of the East 99 tunnel. I have no fucking clue. Anyway, so I took the elevator. Like, 200-300 foot raise. I mean, it's a tall fucking elevator. It's apparently the world's oldest, or one of the oldest free elevators in the world. That was really redundant. Anyway, I'm still tired. Sorry, guys. But, so I figure I'm good. Yeah, fuck. I'm following the GPS, Google Maps, and, I realize I'm not even looking at the camera. Here we go. And it says go this way for about 2 blocks, and then go up this street. Okay, fine. And I'm pedaling around. It's pretty nice, Stopped at the store, picked up a couple of Powerades. One of Saving Grace, by the way. And a banana. And I go a little too far. I'm like, fuck, back there. Fifth Street. Cool. God, it was really, Jesus. Anyway. And there's Fifth Street. Oh, fuck. It went on for miles. And I finally crossed the fucker at about sundown. Like I said, I left the hotel at 11 a.m. Yeah. Good times in Belfast. This is not. Fuck it, I can't see shit. I'll put this goddamn thing back on. That's embarrassing. Anyway. So I stopped at the AM/PM at the top of the hill. And I asked the lady there, is this pretty much the crest of it? And she's like, yeah, you're about as high as you can get without going to jail. Well, fair enough. And I thought about making some smart ass crack about the Rockies, but yeah, fuck it, whatever. Anyway, and I picked up some aspirin for grunt's hip and a couple more Powerades and some power bars and whatnot. And I get down about another, I don't know, quarter mile, so not even probably that far. A little bento place in the corner that I picked up some, some teriyaki. That's a good one. That's going to be a new flavor in about 5 years. Teriyaki chicken. which I used to hide the aspirin for grunt. Just get it right up. And, what really hurts. I ended up running throughout the night, including doing a terrifying downhill that was so fast and so long and so windy. I ended up tearing chunks out of my brake pads. I ended up having to replace my brakes by the time I got to Shampooy. But that's not the reason why I ended up walking most of the way. I ended up walking most of the way because I got exhausted. Just not enough protein, carbs, whatever the fucking most popular mix is this fucking month according to dietitians. I don't really fucking care anymore. I hadn't eaten enough. How about that? There I go. And I eat a lot. That's just it. I mean, I eat a lot of fucking food. I had a lot of protein, a lot of carbs, a lot of sugars. Wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to walk for 18 hours, which is the end result, by the way. Yeah. I ended up walking for 18 plus hours to get to the gate of Shampooy State Park. Then it's 2.5 more miles to get to the goddamn campground. Yeah. Yeah, man, I passed out in the first fucking spot I found. Barely got the tent set correctly. I didn't even bother putting up the wood stove. It was raining. I didn't care. I was out of the pathway of the water, so I didn't give a shit. Passed out for about 3.5, 4 hours. Why that long? Don't know, but it's a good thing I did. Because I got up and figured, well, this is a full, hookup, electrical and water site. It's probably going to be about 20, 25 bucks. Turns out they're 20, but as I'm walking out of the campsite, the little spot itself, the parking pad, or whatever the hell it is, the site marker has a yellow reserve tag on it. Oops. So I hurriedly pack everything back up. And I remember the hiker biker was listed on the sign for that loop. So I went trucking around. And I ended up meeting one of the hosts who adopted me basically for about a week and a half at Camp Thurman. Or, not Thurman, what the fuck was it? W.M. Tugman. I showed up with $4 and not a goddamn hope. And I got adopted by basically 2 hosts and one of the rangers, who wouldn't let me, in spite of my constant offerings, to do any work because it was against the insurance policy. But they let me stay there for about a week and a half, paid me to do some work, and then drove me to Honeyman. Who knew? Well, one of the people, the guy who actually drove me to Honeyman, was working at Shampooy. So we got to hang out, shoot the shit. It was fun. And I stayed at the hiker biker for 4 days because on the 3rd day I asked the little ranger girl, a cute little blonde thing, not all there, but she's blonde. What are you gonna do? Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that. But I asked her if it was the law of the land or just a coastal thing where there was a 3-day cap on hiker biker. And she said, no, so far as I know, it's 14 days. I was like, everyone else, alright, cool. So I paid the $5, and I got some more firewood and whatnot. That's the other thing, at Shampooy, and it's not some little bundle of twigs they give you for $5. They give you a 3-foot by 18-inch by 10-inch deep bag of fucking firewood. You better have an axe. And if you have a wood stove, you might want to have a saw, too, because some of this shit's kind of long. I mean, good, hard-burning, good stuff, actually. It's one of the few bennies. Yes, even though I had to fucking do an additional 2.5 miles just to get into the campground. Fuck, anyway. I'm not going to beat that dead horse. It just squeaked. But that's pretty much where the fun ended. Because, like I said, I mean, it was a long run where I ended up walking the last 12 miles that I told Mariah about on her reply to my post about, being all 12 miles away from the campground, all that kind of crap. Because, first of all, I got lost twice trying to leave because the map kept changing its fucking Wanted to break up my Halda pistol so damn bad and just blow a hole right through the middle of this fucking thing. Because it kept changing his fucking mind what the hell the damn rat was. Finally, I figured out what it was. Okay, fine. And it wasn't as bad as I thought at first. It got kind of weird periodically. But the hardest part about this is no food, no stores, no restaurants. It's all fucking vineyards. I see one more signpost with 5 different vineyards fucking advertised in bright blue signs. And it's gonna set fire to the area. I don't fucking care. I'm so sick of this shit. Do we really need 40 fucking square miles of vineyards? That's not growing grapes for fucking fruit, I'll tell you that. No. That doesn't have enough profit margin. No, apparently we're in a nation of lushes that needs fucking fresh wine every goddamn year. Anyway, I'm not gonna get on that one. Anyway. But yeah, there's no food. There wasn't even a fucking fruit stand. Okay? There wasn't anywhere to get water. If you weren't borderline paranoid like me and insist on carrying 5 water bottles, I'd have been fucking screwed. I mean, there's no fucking support. At all. No stores. Nothing. I mean, I would have killed someone for a fucking burger by the time I got to the campground. What do I find? They only have a hiker-piker just because of the Willamette Valley bikeway. Right. Oh, and there's a cougar loose, by the way. I didn't post that part on Facebook before, but I was telling Jeff about it. It's like, yeah, we got a cougar here, and it's not the kind that makes you flinch on Hawthorne. Anyway. And he's right. It'd be funnier once I survive it, but which I did. And so did Grant. And the dude did drop by. The next day, he basically dropped off a map. Didn't even say hi. He was like total slacker, fucking, hipster piece of shit, whatever. But, and the reason for my trials and tribulations today are actually self-inflicted to a certain degree. Because on my way into Willamette Mission State Park, which is where the second one is, and it is the second and last campsite, by the way, of this entire route, because KOAs don't exist anymore. Yeah, apparently they fucking closed up shop and left. And like all of them gone. I know, I grew up with them too. They sucked, but they were always there. There's a pretty decent hill. It's not notable, it's not bad, but it's nothing that you'd possibly ignore if you're pushing a 300-pound bike. As you're coming in, and it's another 2-mile fucking entry. Once you hit the fucking front gate, you're going through private vineyards of all fucking things. Fucking vineyards. And you drop down and you go into this park. And I actually got kind of lost in the day use area loops. I didn't realize it actually went further on to go to the campground. And the ranger actually caught me as I was going in. Well, didn't catch me, you know what I mean? He's like, oh yeah, let's stay the night, huh? Yeah. Kind of my intent, yeah. Want some firewood? Yeah. Okay. I ain't got a ticket book or nothing. I'll meet you over there in a bit. Okay. This is interesting. So he does that. He brings over this bundle of filbert wood of all fucking things that I couldn't even use half of it, so it's basically money wasted, literally. It's sitting on a bench there at the campsite. But the next morning, I remembered that bit of a hill I came down. I was just being a fucking wimp, basically, is what it boils down to. Because there's a neat little trail, a paved trail, right outside the hiker-biker that goes to the Wheatland Ferry. And I kind of wish I'd actually had this thing out recording that, because that was fun. I mean, it's a short little ferry ride. It's like maybe, 200 feet across the river. But it was a neat little thing. You know, a little 6-car ferry. Takes about 2 minutes across the river. But that's where everything went fucking haywire. Because it wasn't just a little gradual hill that I had to climb. It was a series of spikes and hills. I did eventually find a store 8 miles shy of fucking Salem. And I ate about half the stock. I was fucking hungry. I had never had, you know, that pizza that's been sitting in the rotisserie for about 6 hours, and the mozzarella is about damn near chewy, like a dog's chewy. God, that tasted good. I need to fucking care. One of those little energy shots, which my body kept trying to throw up on me. Interesting. And dude was really helpful, actually. He handed me his phone book so I could actually find this hotel here and all that kind of crap. Oh, by the way, the hotels. Yeah, fun. Western Union. Or not Western, kind of. Best Western, excuse me. With a dog. 1 bed. Basic room. No jacuzzi. No redhead hookers. Nothing. $128. I'm not kidding. Super 8. Down the street. They want $74. The best we can do is $74. I'm like, look, I'm looking for fucking cheap. And she actually, I guess I sounded well-heeled or something. She sounded surprised I would go so low as to go to a Motel 6. It's like, bitch, you ain't seen me yet. Anyway, I got a Motel, I call Motel 6, $54. Hell, it's cheaper than I was paying over in fucking the Milwaukee Inn. But, yeah, I mean, if I'd just gone up that little hill, it would have been 11 miles straight, flat shot to Salem. Not the fucking circus I just put myself through. Like I said, at this stage, I'm either going to take I-5 and just say fuck it, because it's a 15-foot wide shoulder, and it's flat, and it's got support, and it's got food. I don't fucking give a shit if it's noisy. I've been living on the side of the highway since I was 16 years old. I don't give a fuck. The other option, and it seems very possible, is actually taking the best route from here, which is downhill. Wow, for once. And it does a beeline for West 99 and Corvallis. It's 40 miles. Maybe I'll find a county campsite or something like that on the way. Anyway, this thing is just about to cap at 20 minutes. Like I said, this is going to be longer than usual. I hate doing this. It's why I actually wanted to post these things, you know, as they happened. But I would have been doing editorial rewrites on a daily basis. So I guess it works out. But I will try and post within the next couple of days. This is really going to be signal based. I'm actually using the hotel's Wi-Fi to send this puppy. Those of you who knew what I'm talking about, I love you all very much. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, Tony, this is for you. Lighting system rocked. Fucking rocked. My back trailer between the lighting system you built and the bright green vest I got from Meg looked like a fucking Roman Christmas tree. It was great. I love it. And this is something I saw. It sounds like a punchline to a bad joke, but this is how I'm going to end this video anyway. Organic Christmas trees. Yeah, don't think about that too hard while drinking your milk. Good night, y'all.